Flo USA offers high-quality small group escorted tours and custom-made trips to Turkey, Greece, Egypt, Jordan, Israel and China. See what our clients have to say.
Yes, I'm Don Wyatt. This is my wife, Lori Wyatt. We're the owners of TravelVideoStore.com, leading retailer of travel videos to destinations all around the world.
Great. And so far, what's been your favorite stop along the tour here?
Go ahead.
Shopping. I can't say. You know, there's been so many great aspects of this trip, which I never expected. I never expected Turkey to be the country that it is. The tour guide gave us the education that I never, on just the antiquity, the beautiful surroundings, the shopping, the sights to see that, you know, as a tourist, Turkey is a place that you would think, oh, you know, maybe that wouldn't be a destination that I would want to go to. But I would want to come back time and time again.
I think for me, the most interesting thing is the education you get on ancient civilizations. The technology that existed literally amazed me constantly as we went through many of these ancient sites and ruins. Though they might be thousands of years old, and many of them, as the word says, ruins, you could still see the technology that went into building the cities, from sewer systems to precise design of stadiums and theaters and architecture. You really come away with a sense of awe and amazement at how ancient civilizations were able to contrive these cities and these large metropolitan complexes in such a way to deal with all the things that we normally deal with today, such as sewage. That literally amazed me.
Since you already mentioned shopping is your favorite thing, why don't you elaborate on where you went shopping and what you bought and, you know, what Turkey has to offer with shopping?
The Grand Bazaar was overwhelming, and you know, it's fun to go into a place where the world is your oyster. Anything that you want. Dolce and Gabbana bags.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Cabana Boys. He's going to edit this.
I know he is, so that's why I'm not that
That's
concerned.
going right into the YouTube belly dancer.
Oh, I have to mention that, yeah. Dolce and Gabbana bags, belly dancer outfits, to the silver, the gold, the jewels, and it's fun. It's fun to go into a place where you can actually negotiate and you know, have my husband carry the bags.
Well, and also there's the uniqueness of the shopping experiences, from the products that are unique to Turkey, even to the point, I mean, leather products, which we're all very familiar with, you can get in Turkey, but the destinations and the shops that we're taken to, I mean, many people they'll custom make jewelry for you, custom make leather jackets and things like that for you, and deliver them to you while you're on the trip. I mean, their sense of satisfaction of the customer and giving you what you want is truly amazing.
Great. So Don, you're a popular guy with the belly dancers. Do you want to elaborate on the belly dancing experience in Turkey?
Well, one of the things when you go to the Middle East or the Mediterranean, whether it's Greece or Egypt or Turkey, you expect to see some of the cultural history, and some of that involves, you know, unique folk dancing, and of course there's belly dancing. Now, one of the things to be prepared for, I mean, while a belly dancing show is very entertaining, you could get called up on stage and be asked to participate. I have to admit that I was one of those that were asked to participate and became very popular with the Asians and other, you know, folks on our tour.
Now, why don't you talk about just Flo USA? How has Flo USA been?
Well, I think the most important thing of any tour that you take really comes down to the ability of the company to control the elements around you. I mean, obviously, whenever you travel on your own or you travel with another company, there's always things that might happen, whether it be timing, you get somewhere too late, too early. Flo USA really did a great job of controlling the environment for us. I think one of the things I know my wife and I were constantly amazed at was the fact that check-in time, every single time we went to a hotel, it was a matter of minutes. Everybody on our bus had their room key, and you were up in your room. I know when you travel on cruise ships and things like that, you have to deal with the masses, the crowds that come in and out, and you have to wait in line to get in and out. We were totally amazed. I think that was the one thing that we talked about most, was the ease of checking in and out of hotels as we traveled. Beyond that, there's also, the knowledge and skill of the tour guide. That makes a difference of every trip. I mean, I don't care where you travel in the world. First off, not just knowledgeable, because you can have a tour guide that's book smart. They need to be talented entertainers as well. Obviously, you spend a lot of time together. They need to have an ability to recite interesting stories and anecdotes. And I know in the case of not just our guide, but the other guide as well that was in our group from the other bus, both were very interesting, very entertaining, and went above and beyond the call of duty, in my mind, to make sure that each and every person was happy. What was your opinion?
They know the country. They love the country. They just adore living here, showing their country, expanding it, and exposing all the beauty there is in Turkey to others. And you see it in everybody from the drivers to the tour guides to anybody that works with Flo USA. I really feel that in their hearts. And they're Turkish, they know their country, and they're so knowledgeable.
And also, I mean, each of the hotels and the resorts that we stayed at, it wasn't as though Flo USA was just one of many companies coming in. Clearly, each and every destination that we arrived at, Flo USA was very well known, recognized, and respected, to the point that any problem that would come up, whether it be somebody wanting an extra pillow or unique things from a dietary perspective or whatever, that quick, the tour guide from Flo USA was able to make it happen. Again, that's another important thing. And I think one of the big things about Flo USA is they are very well connected within the country versus, let's say, another company from outside of Turkey that doesn't have the relationships. Turkey, like many old world countries, is very much about who you know and your families. And these families go back thousands of years. And sometimes in America it's hard to understand that, your friend is my friend and your enemy is my enemy. But that's very much the way it is in the Middle East. And one of the things that we saw constantly was that merely the association that we were part of a Flo USA tour afforded us extra luxuries and extra privileges that were not normally given to other folks. And in addition to that, I mean, the tour guides that they provided were very attractive, very thin, spoke wonderful English, did everything that they could to make you happy.
Gave us chocolate, cookies, habla.
Helva.
Helva?
Helva.
Yeah.
Halva.
And you were asleep for that? Wait.
Oh, yeah.
We had a great
I know. I heard her
at the
say
back
that.
of the bus.
She sat there and said, "Okay, he's asleep. If I put it in his mouth, will he start eating it when he wakes up?" I heard that.
You can hear it asleep. So, I don't think I've only had one other comment on the buses. You want to just really quick talk about the Flo USA buses?
Well, I mean, obviously when you take a tour, excuse me, obviously when you take a tour, one of the methods of transportation is buses. And you're going to take those buses to the different resorts, back and forth to the various sites that you visit. So it's very important that you have leg room, that you feel comfortable in those buses. And I have to admit, I'm a tall guy, and airplanes, I mean, my knees are always hitting the seats. In the Flo USA buses, my knees never hit, and they recline a lot farther than an airline does. So you could actually take a nap and sleep. And it's very difficult for me to sleep when traveling, but I found it much more comfortable in those buses.